Today is the first really warm day that we have had so far this year, and I thought it was a perfect day to make some sun tea. Sun tea is one of my favorite things that I look forward to all year, and I love making it with fresh herbs out of the garden. I'm going to only be using a few today out of the garden just because everything did just start growing and coming in, so I don't want to cut it too early. The sun tea that I'm going to make today, that I will share with all of you, is strawberry lemon sun tea, and it is going to have lemon balm in it, some peppermint, thyme, oregano, and dehydrated strawberries that I harvested last summer. This is my little herb patch that I started about 3 years ago, and I have two kinds of peppermint in it. This peppermint smells so good, and it's so fresh. I have to say, ever since I started growing my own peppermint, I can't buy organic dried peppermint. It just tastes bitter and doesn't have the same flavor. So fresh peppermint or your own peppermint dried is the way to go. I have two lemon balm plants in here, and this is one of them that I'm going to cut. As you can see, I have to try to pick my way through so I don't step on any peppermint. But the lemon balm plant smells so wonderful. I am trimming some of the other type of peppermint that I have, and they're beautiful. The bottom of them are purple under the leaves, and the stem is purple. However, the tops are green. I always like to make sure that after I pick my herbs, I wash them thoroughly and then put them on a towel to dry them quickly. And this is actually what I do when I harvest my herbs and dry them. I rinse them really well, put them on a towel, dry them, and then I tie them up with some twine and hang them on the shelf that's in the dining room. I'm going to add the herbs to a gallon glass jar here that I'm going to put out in the sun. And what I like to do before I add the herbs in is you want to release all of the flavor and the oils. So I like to take them, kind of bend them a little bit and twist them around so that you're releasing all of the flavor. And here's that peppermint I was talking about, where the underside is purple, the stems are purple, and the top is green. Since I didn't want to cut all of the lemon balm that I had, I am using dried lemon balm that I harvested last summer in here as well, just so I didn't deplete what is growing so beautifully outside. These are strawberries that I harvested last summer, and I dehydrated them, and I'm going to be using those in this as well. You could use fresh strawberries too, by all means. It's just I do want to use these up as strawberry season is rapidly approaching, and I want to make sure I get these all used up before I harvest more. I'm also going to add one fresh organic lemon. I scrubbed the outside really well. I'm putting it into slices, and I will place that right in the jar. I love looking at all of the colors in the jar. It's so beautiful. And when you add water and see different ones floating at different levels, it's so beautiful. I'm going to add my filtered water now and fill it up to the top. I added 3 teaspoons of decaffeinated English breakfast tea. You can add tea if you'd like. You could also skip the tea and just go for a straight infusion. And you can also add regular tea for the caffeine consumers out there. I'm going to place my jar directly in the sunlight, and I'm going to let it sit there all day. So truth be told, I started this late, and this was like noon when I put it outside, so I did actually leave it sit in the sun all day and then left it sit on my counter all night before I strain it. But normally you can start it in the morning at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it'll be ready by 5 o'clock at night if it sat in the heat of the sun all day. When the tea is ready, this is what it will look like. It is this beautiful red color, and look at all the herbs floating in there. Oh, it's so gorgeous just to look at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this tea now, and you can use a couple different methods. The one thing I do recommend is definitely to, when you strain, wring out all of your ingredients and squeeze all the liquid out of them, because those hold a lot of the flavoring. Once I got the larger chunks out, I am going to transfer this to another gallon mason jar using my fine mesh strainer. Just make sure you pour it slowly, because as the smaller pieces fall out, your infusion can kind of splash off of it and shoot all over the place. So just be mindful of that. Take your time, be patient here. The next step is adding some sweetener. You can add whatever sweetener you prefer, or you can skip the sweetener. For me, I like to add some local honey. The infusion is ready. I'm going to add it to my glass pitcher and place it in the refrigerator to get cold. On a hot summer day, this is so refreshing to have. It is truly one of my favorite things about summer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that it was helpful and inspiring. Happy homesteading!